During the past 2 months, we've seen the lowest number of illegal border crossings in many years. Illegal immigration is down 84% from this time last year. Illegal crossings from Central America are down 97%.
President Trump visiting the border wall in Arizona to mark completion of about 200 miles of construction. Last month, the president said he plans to build 400 miles of wall by the end of the year. Let's bring in Tom Homan, former acting director of U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement. He is also a Fox News contributor. Tom, you heard the president say illegal border crossings down 84%. Is that because of the wall or something else?
Well, the wall is certainly part of it, but you can't give credit to anybody else. The president's done this on his own. There's been zero help from Congress. There's been zero help from the courts. Everybody's trying to throw roadblocks in front of him, but he succeeded without their assistance. This is a huge milestone, not only to decrease illegal immigration, but building that many miles of border wall.
Well, we've got the statistics from the Customs and Border Protection Service. About 216 miles of new primary and secondary border wall constructed since the president took office. Only about 3 miles of that, though, is fencing or, wall where none existed before. Everything else, 213 miles or so, is an upgrade from what was already there. Still effective in your view?
Well, absolutely, because the facts are the wall that's being replaced is exactly where the Border Patrol says they need it. So if there's an existing barrier that's dilapidated and the traffic's coming through that area, that needs to be replaced first before a new wall goes up. So understand this 214 miles of new wall system is being placed on prioritization of the Border Patrol on where they're having the most problems. This is going to be a huge plus for the Border Patrol. It's going to result in a decrease in illegal immigration, a decrease in drug flow. It's going to save lives. Every place they build a border barrier, 100% of the time, it's resulted in less illegal immigration, less drug flow. It has succeeded. And I would think Joe Biden, Hillary Clinton, and Chuck Schumer would all be standing up and applauding, because in 2006, they all dedicated $50 billion of new border barriers. So obviously, they think it works too. So the president walking the walk.
We've all seen that footage of would-be immigrants, just basically peeling back a little bit of chain link or, even climbing over some of the fence. That kind of an era is coming to an end, you're saying, in these sections of, the 216 miles of border wall.
Well, let me say this. A new border wall isn't impenetrable. The walls are built to slow people down, because the new wall system, it has technology where Border Patrol knows if somebody touches it, someone climbs it, someone digs under it. It gives the Border Patrol time to respond, so it slows people down so they can be arrested. It also slows who can't bust through or climb it. It funnels, like women and children, family groups. It funnels them to an area where they can cross more easily, where Border Patrol can use less assets, less resources to enforce law and take them in apprehension. Walls are about stopping drugs, stopping people, but it's also about slowing people down so they can be arrested.
Tom Homan, the former acting director of Immigrations and Customs Enforcement. Thanks.
Thank you, sir.